This video took way too long to make. You can blame this, or this, or this, but it's done. Now, let's talk about a big bitch. So, the Loader's the most recent character to be added into this stupid fucking game that I actually don't like. Well, she's new to this game, she's not new to the series. They're a returning character. Though the last game's rendition was a beefy boy instead of a beefy girl, but whatever, I'm not playing this game for the lore, even though it is pretty good. The transition from 2D to 3D brought a couple of changes to this character, but ultimately, the playstyle hasn't strayed too far from the original. You're still a big meathead that beats shit to death. Now, you'd think melee in this game would be a bit spooky, and to be fair, it can be sometimes. You're going up against these assholes, or this asshole, or this asshole. What I'm getting at here is that damage can come real fucking quick, so keeping your distance should be the ideal strat, right? Well, let's freaking talk about her kit, and how she's able to just straight up face tank damage. Let's start with that passive, Scrap Barrier. Dealing damage grants a temporary barrier and an effect similar to the Topaz Brooch. You've also got an immunity to fall damage. Now that last one's going to be really important when you're using your other abilities, but let's keep talking about this one for a second. While each bit of shield granted per hit's pretty tiny, Loader's attacks typically hit a wide swath of boys, so you're going to be getting quite a lot of shielding off it. It's going to be pretty damn useful because, like I said earlier, damage comes quick. The Mercenary, the other melee character, has ways to chain getting in and out of crowds of boys, and an attack that just straight up gives them invulnerability for a couple of seconds. This passive is what's going to allow you to stay in packs and not get completely shit on. Just remember to not stop swinging. Up next, we got our primary, Knuckle Boom. Swing at enemies for 320% damage. Now, not only does this thing hit like a fucking truck, it hits in a decently wide area too. And while it's pretty slow, there's plenty of ways to fix attack speed in this game. On to her secondary, Grapple Fist. You fire your gauntlet out, pulling yourself to whatever it hits. This one's a bit of a tricky ability to get down pat, but once you do, it's fun as shit. Being able to just fly around levels is a fucking joy. Not only that, it somewhat negates the need for movement items, so you can focus on shoring up a lack of damage or survivability. Spiked Fist is the alternate option. You fire your gauntlet forward, dealing 320% damage and stunning enemies. If you hit a small boy, they get pulled to you. If you hit a big boy, you get pulled to them. I feel like this ability is just a strict upgrade to Grapple Fist, which is a bit of a problem in my opinion. I feel like the loadouts should be different enough from one another to where they feel like side grades at least. How I've been using it is just Grapple Fist with damage and a stun. But whatever, let's just move on. After that is her utility, Charged Gauntlet. You charge up for an attack that deals between 600 and 2700% damage. It sends you flying forward depending on how long you let it charge. It also deals a hell of a lot more damage the faster you're moving. Now this shit is what's going to allow you to just step on all those naughty boys you're going to end up coming across. Earlier, I did say that you won't necessarily need to get items that affect your movement speed, but if you do get them, you end up converting that movement speed into raw, tasty damage. Seriously, the damage potential on this skill is the good shit. Depending on what you've gotten your hands on later on into a run, you got genuine one-shot potential. Finally, there's her special, the M551 Pylon, which sends out a little floating buddy that shocks nearby enemies that get too close to it. You can also grapple onto it with your secondary abilities. Since the Loader's a melee character, you can think of this as your answer to flyers, and crowds, and really just about everything else. Stamina is good, it's a whole lot of boys, just to proc items fairly frequently since it's going to wind up zapping a bunch of shit at once. The drawback is it's harsh, but fair cooldown of 20 seconds. You know, unless you get a bandolier, in which case fuck it, spam them shits. And by that, I mean spam them until you have exactly 3, because for some dumb reason, it's as many as you can have up at once. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I took one look at this character's kit when I first unlocked him and I went, damn, this shit looks like it's gonna slap. And for one of the very first times in my life, I was right. You've got an incredibly useful passive in terms of survivability, powerful auto attack, a genuinely satisfying movement ability that can double as some solid damage, utility skill with an insane damage output, a pretty dang good special ability. I mean, she's got a fucking stacked kit. Not really want to make tier lists, but if I were, I'd slide her into S tier pretty easily. Definitely better than some of the others, but unfortunately relegated to just below the cream of the crop due to a lack of anything as utterly flawless as Ion Surge. An ability so perfect, I can't help but to compare other shit to it. I know I'm getting completely off track here, but I gotta hit it just once, man. Beautiful. What was I talking about again? Oh, yeah, Hobo fucking knocked it out of the park with this one. I've still been having a blast with this character ever since the update a couple of weeks ago. Wait a minute, when did it? Oh. Anyways, I can't wait to see what they got cooking up. I'm sure whatever it is, it'll be good. I'll definitely be doing a video on December's character too. Knowing how long it takes me to do anything, it'll probably drop, February? I don't know. We'll see. Hey, before I go, let me ask y'all something. Have I got any ideas for me? Seriously. Whether it's related to this game, that game, or really any game. I'd love to hear if y'all have anything specific you'd like me to do or check out. I'd appreciate the feedback. Thanks for sticking around.